What is up, planet? It is the Priest, and I'm back with another pick a card reading. In today's pick a card reading, we're going to be looking at June 2020 predictions, what to expect for the month of June, guidance for June, clarity for June, and just overall messages from higher self for the month of June 2020. If you guys are new to the channel, welcome to the planet where we embrace love, happiness, freedom, and most importantly, truth. Thank you guys so much for being here. Don't forget to click the notification bell to receive notifications and updates when I post on this channel. I have a lot of exciting new things to come. If you are not already following me on Instagram at the Tarot Priest, I'm way more active on there than I have been on YouTube, just trying to get a message of love and light into the world with everything going on. All right, if you guys are looking to be a part of the Soul Journey webinar that I do every last Sunday of the month, please check out the description box or my website, thetarotpriest.com, for information on previous webinars and upcoming webinars. Any other information you guys may be seeking, information about learning how to read tarot, booking a personal reading, booking a life coaching session, or just becoming a part of anything that I have going on, don't forget to check the description box below and also my website. That is thetarotpriest.com. All right, I have 4 different decks to choose from. Each deck has its own charm. If you have trouble with deciding on which deck to choose, you can look away. If it's a little bit more complicated, feel free to pause the video and take a deep breath in and a deep breath out and see where your higher self or intuition is guiding you. Remember, the deck that is pulling you is probably going to be the deck and the message that you need to hear for the month of June 2020. All right, let's hop into today's reading and see what the month of June 2020 has in store for you. All right, if you guys chose deck number 1, this is your reading for June 2020 predictions. So you guys chose the charm, just in case you were not able to receive the message on the charm. It says, angels watching over me. Okay, let's see what the overall energy is for deck number 1. The Mother awakens, compassion, nurture, and guidance. So some of you in June are going to be forced to take some nurturing for yourself. A lot of you have been pouring so much into others, and now in June is the time to pour into yourself. With the month of June, I've been seeing a lot of messages relating to water. So I'm really feeling like it is going to be all over the place. I know that we're going to be moving into the Cancer zodiac. This is a water sign. This is emotions flying everywhere. And I know things have already been emotional, but for June, it just seems like these emotions are coming from an inward perspective. So everything that is on the outside externally is going to represent what's going on internally. Okay. So there's a lot of shadow work that's going to be done in the month of June, but also what I'm feeling is watering yourself. We have a lot of waterfalls here. We have water all over the month of June. And so, like I said, emotions are going to be high. And if you are not already aware of this, you are definitely an empath. And what this means is that sometimes these emotions will not even belong to you. So it's very important. Higher self is saying it's very important to be observant and aware of where the emotional chaos is coming from. Because remember, what is happening internally is going to project externally in the month of June for you. So it's going to require you to have more compassion for yourself and to be more nurturing to yourself. Also, what I'm hearing, if you chose deck number 1, your best friend word for June is going to be no. It's just simply a no. So when people ask you to do something, or if people are pulling on you, or if your employer is asking you to do overtime, the answer is no. Basically, universe wants you to start standing your ground in protecting, not that you need protection, because they're blanketing you with protection, but it is more so the knowledge of understanding that you're protected and to take care of your spirit, right? And again, some of you are running on empty. I'm seeing in June or going into June, running on empty. And no means that you're standing your ground and you're nurturing yourself through just simply saying that this is what I'm going to focus on, is nurturing myself. So a lot of you are going to be waking up in June to feminine energy. Feminine energy, again, is just nurturing and compassion for oneself, is what I'm hearing. Okay, the angel gate, again, cleansing, protection, blessing. I am not surprised. So in June, if things seem out of control, it is also to not just direct you inward, but understanding that you are safe. Your guides are covering you. So in the month of June, it's about, again, understanding that you are under protection. It's going to acquire from you more trust than usual with your guides and understanding that. So there is a little bit of anxiousness here. There is a little bit of worry here. There is a little bit of doubt here. Again, this is normal. This is part of the human experience to have these worries and concerns. But again, it is about knowing when to say no, when to stand your ground, when to nurture into yourself, when to pour into yourself. Again, I keep feeling that. It's about pouring back into yourself. Conversations that you're having, with people, helping them in every way that you can. There's no more of that in June because it's going to require you to have a much more compassion and an ear. I'm feeling like it's very important also for your ear to be in alignment. And what I mean by that is if you're listening to low frequency conversation, I don't know why I'm feeling this, but like drama and low frequency conversation for June is going to drain you more than usual. So with this month, just take heed in what you're allowing to be poured into yourself, and take heed when you have no more to pour and give to others. Okay? It is not that you're incompetent. Also, when you understand this in June, it is that it is not time to pour into others. Your cup is running on empty. It is going to need refilling and retreating. Okay? Journey. Yeah, you are getting ready to take a journey to the garden and the gate. This seems like fulfillment and love. All right, let's see what else we have. The Wheel of Fortune and the King of Pentacles. Okay, so a lot of financial changes in the month of June. All right, already a lot of financial changes. Any changes that were made and are going to be made in June are to get you into a place of much more financial security. There's a lot of worry here. Okay, looking forward, looking into the future, worry about finances, worry about stability, not just financially, but stability in an emotional way. Balance is also what I'm feeling. Balance on when to pour, balance on when to hold still. Okay, you are breaking karmic cycles. There's a lot of karmic energy that is being released. For those of you who joined the Soul Journey webinar, we just talked about the karmic experience. Please check out the website if you want to replay that karmic webinar, because this is exactly what you're experiencing in June, and I'm feeling a lot of people are doing that. There comes a time when the rope breaks. A lot of you have been carrying a lot of burdens that are not your own, a lot of emotions that do not belong to you in the month of June, and it's almost like it's time to break free from those cycles, reoccurring cycles on financial dependency on others. Spirit also wants you to be self-sufficient, not to have to worry about where your finances are coming from, not having to worry about whether or not you're secure with where you're working or how you're creating your flow of abundance. That is very important, is changing your perspective around trusting the universe, because we have I trust whatever the universe brings me, but also understanding that you are sure of your place in this world. A lot of the rockiness in the month of June is to make sure that you are aware of your place in the world. Okay? You're going to prove yourself wrong with a lot of the things you thought you were going to fail or were not going to do great at. In the month of June, you're going to come to a much more realization. Something I'm hearing too is giving yourself credit, okay, for how far you've come. So you're getting ready to take a journey. The journey, it seems like you're preparing for. I don't feel like you have started that journey. It's almost as if Spirit wants you to start this journey or this new journey. There is some an emotional heartbreak because this journey is a spiritual awakening and not everyone can come. The world is going through a great awakening. Every single person on this planet, in this universe, is going through a spiritual awakening. Your awakening is more so around your emotions, having more of an authority or mastering your emotions, and also some mental things. And in a sense, heartbreak and disappointment. There's a lot of mending taking place in the month of June. It's like something is being woven. Something is being woven. So when things happen, deck number 1, in the month of June, it is very important not to freak out, to try to see things from a higher perspective and understanding that the universe is the angel of love. Temperance. So you guys could be a Sagittarius. We have a lot of, yeah, exactly, being woven back into your true authentic self. A lot of you are breaking layers and layers of things that you thought you would never be able to do, things you've been through that you never thought you would be able to get through, okay? And you're learning about the balance of spirituality in your daily activities and daily practices in the month of June. The garden and the gate, it's almost like you're going to see, some of you are either going to have a dream or have a flash, I don't want to say flashback because it's not the past. It seems like more of the future of the fulfillment and the desires that you are going towards. I'm hearing very strongly for deck number 1, focus on your destination, okay? Focus on the destination. Not so much that you're just worried about getting there, but what do you want and where are you going? These are 2 important questions that Spirit wants you to focus on. We also have calling in your soulmate. So a lot of you are waking up to more of love. Speaking of soulmate, that's going to be our topic for the end of June, is manifesting and calling in your soulmate. So that's not a coincidence. It's almost like everything that you guys have been through was breaking karmic cycles, clearing our karmic energies so that you can call in your soulmate. But I will be discussing this in the June webinar, that you must find your soul in order for the mate to appear. And so it says your affirmations, visualizations, and help you bring everything together. Okay? And what is this? Calling in your soulmate means finding yourself completely. You are your first soulmate. Remember that. Busy times and multitasking. Remember I said no is going to be your favorite best friend word for the next month? I was absolutely serious. Some of you have to say no. Some of you, it's time to say no. It says take charge of your schedule and assess honestly the underlying reasons for being so busy, okay? Give it to God. So a lot of the things that you guys are going to be holding on, especially emotionally in June, is not for you to carry. Take a deep breath, exhale, and release the situation to God, universe, whatever you believe, for healing and answers. Never, never, never hold on to pain, especially if it does not belong to you. So a lot of you are waking up more to the talents and the gifts that you didn't even realize you had, calling in your soulmate. So preparing to now have a soulmate or a life partner come in. Even if you are in a relationship, you are still calling forth the greatest version of your soulmate. So the person that you're in the relationship with, if, again, this is just for a few of you guys, if you're in that relationship, you are both calling one another to step up and evolve into the soulmate position. So your overall guidance with the month of June 2020 seems to be focusing on you and pouring into you, watering you as a vessel, okay? And imagining yourself as a plant in June and watering, okay? Keeping up. Yeah, some of you need a break. Just because you sleep, just because you stop working does not mean your mind is taking a break. That's what I'm feeling, okay? If your mind is going and going and going, you're going to be mentally exhausted. So it says immense effort, advance. Let's see what this is about. This is going to be your overall guidance for June 2020. Okay. Keeping up. The lessons of your life are taking place at a fast rate, far too swiftly for you to process them. I'm already feeling like a slowed down. I'm feeling like the word slowed down are going to be very, very important also for the month of June. Slowing down, that's for everyone. It seems you are only just keeping up with all the changes coming to you. You must work very hard to make any desirable progress for now, is what it seems. You have been trying and trying to get ahead, and yet you always seem to be in the very same place. This could be in an almost any aspect of your life: finances, relationships, career, or success. At this point in time, the answer is to not work even harder. Okay? Put all your effort into you and watch as you begin to grow. This is the overall message for keeping up. Remember, keeping up, even with time, is an illusion. Okay? So all of us are going to transition from the world. The most important thing is to understand and experience life and stop and smell the roses. Okay? Sometimes I have to remind myself to do that also. Stop and smell the roses is about stop and be in the present moment and not so worried about keeping up or getting things done. Okay? That's something that's for all of us, especially if you are an earth sign. So if you guys chose deck number 1, this is your reading and what to expect for the month of June 2020. Do not forget to comment down below if this is the deck you chose. And this time I want to do something a little differently. I want you to post your comment, but I also want you to uplift and encourage another person down below in the comment section. Let's continue to be here for one another. Let's continue to have harmony and lift one another up, as I cannot get to every comment, but I do want you to feel free to post your comment down below so I can get some words of encouragement back to you. In the meantime, I'm going to move on to the next deck. All right, if you guys chose deck number 2, this is your reading in what to expect for the month of June 2020. Let's start with the overall energy. The secret, the unknown, mysteries and wonders. This is kind of a cool thing. So you guys are going to be going, you're going to be going through the unknown in the month of June, okay? It can feel very scary. However, I like to say that the unknown is kind of like a tunnel, but you must go through it. In this tunnel of discovery, trying to see it from an enthusiastic point of view of learning more about who you are, why you're here, and the mysteries of the soul and the mysteries of the spirit. That is going to be so cool because it's like wisdom. Yeah, Tree of Souls, collective wisdom, kinship group, and libraries. Okay, so what's happening, deck number 2, is you're highly connected to what is going on in the world around you as well, okay? So in the month of June, you're connected to the Tree of Souls. And basically what this means is we're all one. But in the midst of becoming one, there is a surge of downloads and inspirations from a higher realm, a higher perspective. And so it seems like in the month of June, you're going to wake up to more knowledge and more wisdom than you've ever had before in understanding things that you've never known. So it is kind of exciting, but it is scary at the same time because you don't know what to expect for this month. It's really cool. It's wonders. It's also connecting with other people. And so when you feel the surge of energy, whether it's high vibrational or low vibrational, it's just important to understand that you're connected to everyone around you in that same synchronicity. If everyone is on that same frequency of like a channel, then you're going to experience it in a collective way. So as you're on that same frequency, you're going to receive messages because of the connection that you have with other people in the world. It's crazy, but hopefully that makes sense. So we have some anxiety that comes with this, right? Anxiousness, what's happening, not knowing what's happening is bringing or feeling like it's creating the anxiety. Do not worry in the month of June. Don't worry. In the month of June, it is about trusting more of your capabilities spiritually. And you're going to really, really need that because there is no strategy to going through this spiritual awakening. There is no cheat code. It is just simply going through the unknown. But the beauty of it is that you're discovering secrets about yourself, and answers that you've been seeking for a long time are coming to you in the month of June. This feels very enlightening when it's dawning on me, but I'm not surprised because you chose the peace charm. And that tells me that you are learning how to master your own sense or source of peace. becoming your own source and not having to depend on the world or outside factors to make you feel at peace. Now, this is about patience. I know you guys are excited to get to where you want to get to, but you cannot get to heaven without the stairs, right? If you've ever heard of the stairway of heaven, I always say you need stairs to get to your heaven, to your destination, in the place that you want to go through. So it's going to require patience, all right? But also trusting in your ideas and trusting in your direction. High Priestess, this is about your inner voice, trusting your inner voice and inner wisdom. There's so much that you're going to learn in the month of June. Take notes, have a notebook, get excited about this. You're getting ready to have answers to things that you've been looking for a long time. It just seems like this rim of downloads of wisdom is just going to come to you. Also, my intuition guides me to the truth. So a lot of you are waking up to the truth and love and understanding more of what love is. Not that love is distributed only through another person, but can be also the source of love. You're learning to be more dependent on you and your inner voice and intuition rather than seeking outside of yourself. That's why Spirit is giving you these downloads of wisdom in June. Basically, they're saying that you're capable of tapping into this wisdom just like the people that you listen to, just like the people who are pouring into you. Okay. Page of Pentacles, Three of Cups. So emotions are running high in June. With you guys, it is all about the mind, okay? Things are on hold in June, but allowing your mind to be used as a tool rather than allowing it to use or utilize you. Okay, your mind should not be a dictator or a commander of your life and how you live it. There's a lot of confusion on, is this my intuition speaking or is this my voice? There's a lot of mental things. Again, it's all about peace. Finding the peace is what's going to bring you back to spirituality, your higher self, or intuition. So for instance, in June, you guys are struggling with figuring out, is this my inner voice or is this me getting in the way? The best way to find your authentic self is to follow the peace. So thoughts that do not or no longer bring you peace should be gone or examined in the month of June, because there's a lot of confusion, okay, on where to start, if you should celebrate. Some of you have birthdays in June. Just a few of you, but I am seeing that some of you do have birthdays in June because you're celebrating and you're like, you know what, I'm not going to let everything affect my birthday. I'm still going to celebrate in the gratitude of life and the fact that I am still here. And the moon card. So yeah, there's a lot of karmic energy here that we are all releasing. The moon and the phases are going to be very important to you in the month of June as well. If you feel like you're out of alignment, especially one of these days this month when you wake up, then this just means that there's some type of collective energy that you're feeling, and the moon is bringing that to the surface. Okay, codependency. Yep, that's what I was saying earlier, is being more dependent on yourself to provide love, abundance, and peace. Okay. You're learning how to generate that for yourself. Goddess of the moon. Again, we have Goddess of the moon. A lot of things being brought to the surface in the month of June. There's always things being brought to the surface, but it seems like more of attachment. Also, it's subconscious things that you think about yourself. So pay attention to how you talk to yourself. Pay attention to the attachments, the things and the people that you hold on to, the environments that you hold on to, and the reasoning why. Also, pay attention to those things. The war is within, is what I'm seeing with you, deck number 2 for June. The war is within, clearing negativity. Yeah, it's definitely time to release negativity. It says within and around you completely, because it's fluctuating with how you feel about yourself. It is also determining your aura, okay? So a lot of things are being brought to the surface. Self-confidence through God confidence, getting closer to your inner voice is the only way through the tunnel. So nobody can really help you through the tunnel. They can guide you, but your higher self is going to take your hand and walk you through. It's all about trust and believing in God in that process of going through the tunnel. And again, it is scary. The tunnel is unknown, right? It feels very weird because you don't know what to expect. And we should not run from those things because those are the things that are going to help you grow. Specifically, deck number 2, life lessons. You can break free from reoccurring negative patterns. Again, this is a karmic cycle. I talked a lot about this in my Soul Journey webinar that you can find on my website. And we talk all about breaking karmic cycles, releasing karmic energy. That's what's going on in the world right now, is breaking life lessons so that we don't keep them on repeat. Remember, it's 2020. 10 is the number of completion, right? So every 2020, last time it was 2010. Now this is a whole new cycle, and Spirit is basically saying these life lessons that you're learning right now are trying to align so that you do not have to repeat the same cycle for the next 10 years, okay? So it's very important that you know that. Law is not justice. Rules that are not fair. Let's see what this is about. This is going to be your overall message for the month of June. The situation Alice finds herself in is patiently or patently unfair. No one should be judged, convicted, or served a sentence prior to the evidence being heard. So basically, this is about piecing the puzzles together and finding the truth before you come to your conclusion and belief. This is a very heavy thing. Remember, in the month of June, deck 2, you guys are opening up a portal of wisdom. So you're going to see the truth. It's important that you distinguish your opinion, your emotions from the truth so that you can take a step back and actually see it. Sometimes when we're emotional, we can't get to the root of the issue because we're just speaking out of, waterworks. Our emotions are all over the place. And so if you're looking for justice, just know that you're looking first for truth. That already is a word in itself for deck number 2. All right, last but not least, your opinion of yourself is what is most valuable. Remember how I said how you see yourself, how you talk to yourself? You can state your case clearly with strength and power, and doing so will help you remember just how very strong you are and how very admired you are, how worthwhile and great you are. You are worthy of fairness and kindness and respect. And if you are not being treated that way, please do speak up so that you can break the cycle of not knowing your self-worth. So that is a very deep message for you, number 2. If you chose this deck, don't forget to comment down below. I want to get some words of comments and encouragement back to you guys with the reading that you have, but I also want to do something differently. I want you to, if you decide to comment down below, please uplift another person if you see that they're struggling in the comment section. Let's continue to be here for one another in unity and love and light. In the meantime, I'm going to move on to the next deck. All right, if you guys chose deck number 3, this is your reading and what to expect for the month of June 2020. You guys chose the key charm. So let's see what the overall energy for the month of 2020 June is. All right, we have Aurora, Garden, Beginning, Initiate, and Origin, Kindred Spirits. So it's very important. This is actually a higher self message for sure. It's very important that you understand in the month of June the origin of where your feelings and emotions are coming from, okay? June 2020 is going to be pretty emotional. Emotions are already all over the place. They are up and down. But it is about getting back to the origin and the beginning of where this occurred so that you can uproot this issue and break it from the reoccurring cycle. It is also important that you build a spiritual kindred connection with your guides and having compassion for your spiritual side. This is going to bring you comfort in the month of June 2020. But let's see what this is about, because there's a lot of things that are going on. We have Scorpio energy, we have death. So some of you guys are going to be going through an ego death. At first it seems painful, but basically this is just all of the things that our ego is keeping us in a trap of. So your ego is your mind, and it also it can be your subconscious. And some people also believe that it is your identity. Okay? And so the ego death is basically the life that you were living prior to this awakening and the karmic cycles that have been occurring. It is time to release that part of you and break that cycle. Okay? We have a lot of past karmic energy, things that have been on a loop for years. You're going to be more aware of in the month of June. With the Wheel of Fortune, this just tells me about life lessons and breaking the same life lesson or pattern. Eight of Wands. A lot of you are anxious to move forward, but until you go through this ego death, again, we have Scorpio energy. You don't have to be a Scorpio, but I do have that here. I want to point that out. The closer you become to spirit. The entire purpose of an ego death is to get closer to spirit. So some of you are going to be at a very dissatisfied emotion in the month of June. It seems like you're getting taken through the bottom of the barrel so that you can rise again. It's like cleaning up also. And it's like spirit is saying there needs to be a new beginning to this new chapter in your life. And it's going to require you to do things. It's going to require you to tap more in your creative side. It's going to require you to have more hope on emotional fulfillment than you've ever had. It's going to take you digging into the strength that you've never found. It's a very deep month for you, but you have the key. And that's why we have the key. It's starting to make sense. It's very, very clearly that I'm seeing this. It says it's time to nurture yourself. But we also have door to romance. Let's see what this is about. So some of you could be in relationships. I see two case scenarios here. If you are in a relationship, this is about working on this partnership and understanding that this person was given to you for this period of time. Some of you, the person that you're with, if there's a constant discord, if there has been some craziness in the relationship, everything that's happening right now, it is been very karmic. So don't make any irrational decisions in the month of June. Again, even with 3-3, this is about working together. This is about partnership and understanding that this person was assigned to you in this season. Now, if there is no one in your life, I see that you are walking to a door to romance. Some of you guys are not even really focused on romance or love, but it is an important part to your mission that you seek to express your love with another person. It's not about the dependency or needing love from another person. It is just that spirit wants you to experience love. This love is on a different caliber than you've ever experienced. It's euphoria. So worth waiting for. So that's, if there has been a wait. So if you guys have been waiting for a soulmate, there's a lot going on here. Some of you are waiting for a soulmate. Some of you are in a relationship. Some of you don't care about relationships or think about love. Okay. So the worth waiting for, the people that are on this deck that have been waiting for your life partner, you're also waiting to wake up to your soul. When you discover the soul, the mate will appear. I'm going to be talking about this in my webinar for the month of June. So check out my website to find that information, because there is a lot of misconceptions about calling in your soulmate and also understanding that everything is in divine timing. So with your love life, a lot is going to be brought to the surface. It's important that you address those emotions. Woman holding a coin. Let's see what that's about. And then we also have the 7th chakra. Okay, so you guys are going to be opening up or having more openness or seeing things from a different perspective. It seems like even there are opportunities financially for you with the woman holding a coin, or someone stands in the gateway of this happening for you. I don't know why I'm feeling this way too for deck number 3, because again, deck number 3 and 3-3, 3-3-3 is going to be something that's very important to you. If that comes up, look into a message, search what 3-3-3 means, and do some seeking, because that's a message from higher self. I'm really strongly feeling that there needs to be a sense of open-mindedness, because I don't feel like your life is going to go back to the way it was before the spiritual awakening in the world has occurred. So some of you want things to go back to normal, but there is a better normal, I should say. So it is about the beginning to your new journey, but it requires so much of you. And the biggest thing is just be open. Okay, remember that you have the key. You have the key here, and then there's a bird cage with the heart. You have the key to your own heart. You have the key to your own desires, is basically what this is saying. Passion and purpose and divine life purpose. Yeah. So there's so much going on. That's what I was saying. This is probably the heaviest deck I've gotten. Not just like, heavy energy, but just a heavy responsibility to carry the light. Okay. And it doesn't feel like a heavy burden. It's more of just following what feels effortless, following what feels like it's a desire. And so it is requiring you to go in your heart to kind of examine these type of things. Okay, so your enthusiasm gives you energy and motivation to work on a meaningful project. This creativeness is coming to life, and it needs to come to life. When you wake up, instead of focusing on what you have to do, focus on what would make you excited or what you love to do. This is also something that is a part of my spiritual journey right now, which is why, like I said, I knew this was a heavy deck. So if you and I are receiving some of the same messages, this just means that you are coming into a place of passion and purpose, and also putting yourself first, putting your creative desires first. Trust the signs and your inner guidance, which are leading you to fulfillment. So that's what this is all about. So when you feel like you're going through quicksand, and you feel like you're just going and you're going and you're going, it's very important to know that this is just preparation for a new beginning. Okay? New beginning to better romance, to fulfillment. The 4 of Cups, again, I talk a lot about this. The 4 out of 10, that's a pretty bad rating. Think about that. And this is about your emotions and how you feel about fulfillment in your life. Some of you are just like, I don't even know anymore. I don't know, but this is also a good place to be. That means that you're open with the 7th chakra, okay? That you're open to experience more. You're open. That's actually the only stepping stone that I see that's going to really help you in June, is to be open to a new direction or another way. There's another way, and you're going to be awakened to that. There's another way. A lot of you guys had plans for this year. I know that there's some disappointment, there's some dissatisfaction, but there's another way to access this source of fulfillment and happiness, even in this time, okay? And this is part of your life purpose, so pay attention. Journal maybe a couple times a week. This is going to help you. And then we also have, you can't go back to yesterday. Be in the present. So some of you guys are focusing a lot on the past, but remember, if you're focusing on the past all the time, that means that you're not focusing in the present moment, and that you feel like there's more happiness there than there is now, and that's just not true. Paying attention to your present moment is also what's going to help you find fulfillment and happiness for yourself in the month of June. So overall, if you guys chose deck number 3, it's important to know that there are some challenges ahead. You are going through an ego death, so you are shedding, okay? But I want you to know that you are waking up to the strength that you do have, the creative ability that you have, and then also being open to help from the universe, being open to that. And then last but not least, deck number 3, being honest about what you really want in life, okay? With everything going on, we are here for a limited amount of time. So it is very important that you are focusing on a euphoric experience, okay? Something that brings you happiness. So let's do something different. Comment down below. I'm going to get some words of encouragement. But again, if you guys are in the comment section, feel free to encourage others and uplift one another in the comment section, because again, we are all here as one. We are all here in union. And so everyone coming together and uplifting or encouraging in the comment section would be amazing. So I'm going to move on to deck number 4. All right, if you guys chose deck number 4, this is your reading and what to expect for the month of June 2020. Overall energy, the path of the gods, decisions, future plans, meetings, the secret of Camelot, the authority of the spirit. So you guys are tapping in your manifestation period and your manifestation power. So June is a very important month for you, actually. It is setting the foundation for your future plans. Thinking about the things that you desire more than what you believe you have to do. This pathway that is opening up for you in June is all about using your authority and higher self to paint the picture that you wish to experience. Now, And another way of saying that, it is becoming the manifester of your own reality. Some people are going to think you're lucky. We have the luck charm here. But others, or you, are going to know that looking back at June, there were decisions that, or are going to be decisions that you make in June that you will look back on in the future that set you up for success in the future. So this is almost like planting your seeds for your next phase in your life for the month of June. The temple path, a lot of pathways. We have 2 paths and a door. So you guys are going to be taking a different pathway in June. It's unknown. It feels different. But you are going to have 2 different pathways. You're going to have a door to spirit, and then you're also going to have a door to what you've already experienced. So let me break that down for you. Okay, we have the 5th chakra here. This is the throat chakra. Speaking up. This is something that I talked about in the Soul Journey webinar this last month, is that we must think, we must speak, and we must act for things to become reality. Those are the ways that we get ourselves into a position to manifest. Speaking up. So a lot of you are thinking about what you want, but you're not really speaking it. You're not really acting it out. In the month of June, you're going to be provoked into speaking up more, using your throat chakra. There's a little bit of blockage there. Let's see where that's coming from. Okay, so there's a fear, and it might come up in the month of June, that you don't have what it takes to make it happen, that you're not sure if you're ready for this to happen. And there's a little bit of a disconnect with you trusting in a new pathway. So some of you guys, the reason why it's important to get out of the past and get into the present moment, because I'm feeling that is important too, is because when you are thinking about the past, you live in the past every day. And what happens is you're living that same day over and over and over again. There's 2 pathways for you, deck number 4, in the month of June. One pathway is to continue to do what you've been doing, and that is focusing at least 60 to 70% of your time thinking about decisions you should have made, things that you've done in the past, things that you wish didn't happen. All of that energy, it's almost like you're being redirected to go towards more of a door of spirit. But the reason why there's a little bit of a hesitance with you speaking is because of the believing in yourself. There is a lot of, you need to believe in yourself. You need to believe that you're equipped to make this happen. Yeah, we have the King of Wands here. We have the 6 of Cups. That is the past. Okay? You cannot create in the past. You can only create in the present. That is something very important to remember. You can only create and manifest for your future in the present moment. The past is the past. There's nothing more there except for understanding. That's what they're saying. 6 of Pentacles, 6 of Cups, Chariot. So we have Cancer energy. I know that it is going to be Cancer's birthday. So happy birthday to the Cancers in the month of June. And then we also have Ace of Cups here. So it seems like there's some emotional blockages that you're waking up to. This is more so about how you feel about yourself. So pay attention to that. We have 2 6 of Cups twice. It says, I remember and treasure past happiness. Okay. So you're coming out of this energy. And this is part of the lesson that you're learning in the month of June, is that remembering and treasuring past happiness, you can only be there mentally. But if you want to experience that happiness again, you can absolutely create that same moment and experience it fully, and not just looking back and reminiscing, because that is not true fulfillment. That is temporary satisfaction. Whew, I'm dropping some dimes in this reading, because there's a lot that you're learning, a lot more stability and independence also in the month of June. We have a lot of pentacle energy. We have a lot of earth energy. So shout out to the earth signs, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. There's going to be some big lessons for you to come. This is more so about balance. That's what I'm feeling, balance. There needs to be more balance. Finances and career. So June is all about finances and career. And this new pathway that you're going to take, it's going to require patience. okay? It's going to require confidence that you can make the right decision. It's going to require focus on the present, okay? Focusing on the now and having patience. But we also have express your love, okay? So expressing your love and talking and speaking about the things that you love, or I would love to start this business, or I would love to work at a company that admires my work ethic in this department. It is speaking about it. It is expressing love. This is going to affect your finances, furthermore to come, and also your relationships, okay? If this says this is your overall guidance. Again, guys, I don't look at the cards until I flip them up, but we have the right way. This is all about decisions. The first word here was decisions. Decisions, decisions, decisions. Which way do I go? The right way, Spirit is saying, it will feel ease. It will feel light. It will feel like a breeze. It will feel like happiness. It will feel like desire. It'll feel like inspiration. It will feel like excitement. A lot of you are waking up into your more masculine creative energy in June. And that is just being a leader, taking authoritative action and getting things done. And a lot of you are waking up to your ability that you can make the right decision. And you also have spiritual guides that can help you with the clarity. So it's about being open to that as well, speaking to your guides. And I know that's kind of awkward when I first started doing that, but just speaking to yourself, speaking to your guides is a great way to start manifesting this. Healthy communication. There's so much to learn about how to communicate and relate with other people. Understanding other people's perspective, deck number 4, is what you're learning in the month of June. I always say be so quick to consider. Be quick to consider, but be very slow to confirm. So you want to be so open that you can consider this, because remember, with so many people in the world, just in the United States, 350 million people, that's 350 million perspectives. So you have to get beyond yourself to understand another perspective. And that's also something that you're learning with healthy communications. Having clear and assertive communications will help you be understood, okay? Saying what you want, speaking what you want, not just to yourself, but to the people around you. In the month of June is very important. Ceremonies and celebrations. A lot of you guys are going to be celebrating birthdays. That was what I was saying earlier. So if you're Cancer, like I said, happy birthday. There are some ceremonies and celebrations. It's a time of important life passages such as weddings, birthdays, graduations, and anniversaries. So there is a lot going on in the month of June. I don't know if you plan on going to parties, but I see that there's a lot of activities coming together. And then a desire for it to come together, a desire to be with people. Now, let's see what this pathway is about, right? Learning to create what you desire. Wow. So the path with least resistance, okay, is going to be the right path, meaning the easiest resistance. For instance, deck number 4, if you love to shop, it should be very easy, right? Well, living your life and experience fulfillment and happiness is the same exact way. So whatever makes you happy is the right way, even if it sounds unproductive. That's something too that I'm hearing for you, deck number 4. All right, your overall guidance. The frog footman really does get to the heart of things. When we are pondering how to make a life dream happen, or how we are able to get in, through, or to the other side of whatever issue is facing us, we might wonder if we are meant to get it at all. We can spend a great deal of time pondering our destiny, wondering if something is meant for us, and giving up to fate, proclaiming it is meant to be, and having it be and meant to be. Alice has a different approach. She doesn't ask if it is meant to be. She asks how it will be done. So it's getting past the possibility that it's possible. Once you're able to get past it, it doesn't matter what it is that you want. I see abundance. I see a lot of money here. There's a lot of dreams here. There's a lot of celebration. A lot of, I don't know which path to take to get to this destination. A lot of patience required. Trusting in the flow of life is also what I'm feeling. But do you not wonder if something is meant for you, nor leave it in the hands of God? Instead, think of how it could be done. what practical steps you can take, how you can approach the problem in order to solve it, what action can be taken. So that was kind of what I was saying earlier with my Soul Journey webinar with the karmic experience that we talked about last month. Again, you guys can find that on my website. We are talking about igniting your actions, understanding that your thoughts, your words, and actually physically acting, they're all forms of acting. So it seems like speaking is the next form for you. I always say it goes think, speak, and then actually walk. You're actually doing it. That's what your learning is, to think about what you desire. And I know I say this a lot, but actually acting it out and speaking about it so that you can manifest it. All right, if you guys chose deck number 4, this is your reading to and what to expect for the month of June 2020. I want to do something differently. Don't forget to comment down below so I can get some words of encouragement. But I also want to encourage you to uplift another person in the comments section or spread a message of love and light so that we can continue to spread unity, harmony, and love around the world. So thank you guys so much for tuning into this pick a card reading. Until next time, love and light to you all.